But housing is certainly there because, we have a huge increase in population. When I was the minister first was, 3.5 million people.
Yes.
In our population. Now we're heading for 5.5 by probably in the end of this decade. It's a huge increase.
Yes.
We need the order of 50,000 houses plus, just to hold where we are. And that's a big challenge in just building them if there were no other difficulties. Though the numbers are coming up, so I think that's a help. And then the other issue, if you were just talking to people, is the various issues around immigration. We've seen that in the last few years, that people, I think people are very tolerant here. They want people to be given a chance. But they do worry that there seems to be a large number of people coming into this country.
And sometimes the arrangements, shall we say, to put them in a hotel, in a small town or a village even in Ireland, that these arrangements have not been well thought out, have they?
No, they haven't. And, when the numbers are high, now it's probably a problem everyone is battling with, but I do think this issue is going to be with us. We saw during the summer when they were along the canal and
yes.
other parts of the city. And, you see it all over the country. And I think people are very tolerant. I think the Irish people are very tolerant of that, but they do worry, that the number of people that have arrived on our shores is and it's a big challenge for the political system. It's a big challenge for the system.
What people say is we can't look after our own, and that the housing and health issues kick in here in a big way, don't they? Because if people are coming in the numbers they're coming in, and we can't look after our own, that gives a legitimacy to protests.
Yeah, and I think we've seen so many of them. But back in the day, Eamon, our concern in general elections was emigration. The amount of people from the labour market, young people coming out of that had no option but to emigrate. And now the coin is turned over completely, where it's people coming in here. Now many of them have talents, many of them want to work, but it is making life more difficult for rental, for the local authorities. And I think it will be an issue at the doors in this election, as it's been for the last few.
Let me